struggle right now for the single mother. One, society does not support single motherhood. There used to be this thing like, oh, you're a single mother, let us help you. Nobody cares anymore. But the biggest thing that people don't talk about is fewer and fewer men are willing to be stepdads. One of the biggest family secrets has always been that oldest child does not belong to him. That oldest child does not belong to him. Everybody knows it but the oldest child. And there are fewer and fewer men that are willing to sign up for it. And I do believe it's because of the child support laws. And it just takes a lot of money. So please understand that if you become a single mother, you're probably going to most likely raise that child by yourself for the rest of your life. And the men who create single mothers, they hate their single mother mom. So they really don't give a damn about you. They low-key hate her ass. So they're going to hate you too. The moment you look like, act like, and start talking like her. I keep posting these videos because I hope that I save at least one young lady. Do not have a baby with a man until you have been married to him for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Because once you become a baby mama, you will probably most likely a baby mama in today's society. These men are not for it anymore.
And I'm glad she pointed that out, because sometimes she gives different messages. But I'm glad she pointed that out, that a lot of these men in today's society, they're not going for it. I talk about it all the time. These men don't be the step crash. They're not the step crash dummies of yesteryear. You know, Anton speaks on that, how the step crash dummy. This is a different group of men. They made it very clear that they don't want to become step crash dummies. They don't want to be stepdads to somebody else's children. They made it very clear, and this is why a lot of women are complaining about it. You know, they don't want to do it. And so that leaves them hanging. That leaves the women, the single mothers, hanging, because most men don't want to come in and take care of you and your damn kids. And they shouldn't have to. It's almost like penalizing the man for being responsible and giving the single mothers a reward for being irresponsible. So because you were irresponsible and you made a mistake and you became a single mother, doesn't mean that men are obligated to have to take on you and your mistakes and your responsibilities. This is why I think it's important for you to go with the children's father. And once again, this may not be every woman, but a lot of the women who are making these babies with these guys, this is why when you say, oh, you need to go find your baby daddy, ew. He wasn't ill when you made these children with him. So he was good enough for you to give your body to and give a baby to, but he wasn't good enough for a stable relationship. Why? He's not ill. No, he just don't want that. You know you can't have a future with him because he don't want you and he don't want that. You thought it could have been a future. That's why you gave him babies. So now you're still out here trying to get other men to come in and be responsible for something your baby daddies don't even want to be responsible for, their own seed. Those men don't even want to be responsible, but you think a man outside of that is supposed to be responsible? Like, that's where y'all really think these men are stupid. This is why I say a lot of these women think that these men are stupid. When you want a step crash dummy to come in and take care of you and your kids, you must think these men are dumb.
So I had a man today ask me if I was ready for a serious relationship. So to answer that, my aunt suggested this. To start to say, yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious for somebody to take care of my mortgage. I'm serious for someone to take me on vacation. I'm serious about meeting someone that wants to pay a car note and my insurance, that wants to pay my phone bill, my electricity, my internet, that wants to pay for me to get my hair, nails, and lashes done when I want to get them done. Seriously ready for somebody to put gas in my car every Sunday. I'm seriously ready for somebody that, wants to be a stepdaddy. Well, real daddy these days. I don't believe in step. I'm seriously ready for a man that doesn't want other men, because that's a Houston thing. I'm seriously ready for a man who's about that life. So I think that as a man, before you ask someone, are you ready for a serious relationship, think about what serious actually means and define it. Because for me, serious means I'm ready for someone to come in and actually be that HNIC that I need for him to be.
Girl, you're going to be waiting. Oh, you're going to be waiting. You're going to be waiting for a while for that. So you mean to tell me you're waiting for a man to come in who's going to be happy? Let's say this. She's waiting for a man that's going to be happy and excited, ecstatic, right? To come into her household, come into her life and her kids' life, and be ready to take on all of her responsibilities. So she's ready. These independent boss chicks, they've been taking care of themselves and their kids. But you're ready for another human being to come into your life to focus on taking on all your debt, all your bills, and taking on your kid. And you really think in 2025 that there are men in mass who are excited and jumping for joy to come into your life, just to come in and take on all of your responsibilities? Think about that. Let's reverse it, because a lot of times women can't see it until you reverse it. Now, what if this was you? What if a man told you, a man that you was attracted to as a woman, and he told you, I'm ready for a life with you, but I need you to come in and I need you to be willing to ready to take on the responsibilities that I have, and that's what it's going to take for you to be with me? How would you feel as a woman? You would think this ninja is crazy. He done lost his mind. Why would you as a woman come into his life and take on his responsibilities? Because that's a part of the requirements to be with him. Why would you do that? This is what why would I do that? So if you're going to ask out your mouth, why would you do it? Why would he do it? Why would any man in 2025 think that is a flex, that thinking that he's going to benefit from coming in and doing that? Why would he want to do it? That is not a prize. That is not something to be ready to do and be excited to do it. This is not something a productive man is signing up for or want to sign up. That does not sound appealing at all. And they don't give a damn if you're a woman and you got a vagina. That ain't the cost. The cost that he has to put up for you is too much. So these men are not signing up for that, and these women are mad. And they gonna be mad. They gonna be by themselves. There's no way in hell that is a good deal. There's no way in hell. And the way they put it out there, oh, I'm ready. When we talk about relationships and people coming together, it's a mutual thing. It's something that both sides should benefit from. Meaning that if you really want to build something, build chemistry, build a relationship. If it's build a family. You want to build a life together. You want to go through things and together. You want to come together. You both want to provide resources that benefit the whole. You, the man, and the potential family. You have a like mind. You have things in common that you want to accomplish together. Y'all can come together and come up with a plan and agreement to say, hey, this is how we want our life to be. This is where we want to be 5, 10 years, 20 years down the road. Hey, you want kids, I want kids, we want a family. Are we going to homeschool our kids? Are we going to private school? Are we going to do this? This is how many kids hey, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. You can do this. We can build something together cohesively. That's what a relationship is supposed to look like. Not a situation where one party comes in and just expect everything from you just come in with demands. I want you to come in. Me having a real solid relationship means I need a man to pay all my bills and take care of my kid. What does he get out of that? There was no talk of what he gets out of that. And we got to get rid of this notion that, oh, as a man, you're not supposed to expect anything. What kind of man comes in and expect? What? No, that day is over, baby. That is done. Stop having these unrealistic expectations for these men because you missed the mark. Y'all wanted to be independent boss chicks. You did that. You worked, you built your careers up, and now you still want a man to come in and take care of all your bills. Come on, what was the whole point of y'all being independent boss chicks? What was the whole point of y'all working hard to build up your career all these years, and now you ain't got no man, and now you want him to come in and take? What is the point of building your careers up and making all this money, getting to the bag and bragging about it, to turn around and want a man to pay all your bills. I will never understand that for the life of me, y'all. I really don't. I really don't understand that. There might be a small few who are single and happy, really happy with their lives, but it's not the majority of them, because they still want a man. Now the money is running out. Now things are getting a little more difficult. Now you out here by yourself trying to handle it and maintain it. Now you want a man to come in. But you didn't want to build with him. You didn't want to build with a man together. You thought you had all these options. You didn't want to build with him you didn't want to build a bear. You didn't want to work with him while both of y'all were down and y'all both build together and y'all benefit the fruits of your labor. You didn't want to do that because you taught you don't need a man, but you playing around with men and having babies with men. And then you're these independent boss chicks, and now that has ran out, and now you want a man to come in, and now you don't want a man to share life with still. You want him to come in and do it all, do the most. It ain't working.